My name is Eli.
I'm Jason.
I'm Caden. And I'm Jaden.
We are the YHWHs YouTube channel.
And we know your time is completely precious. We know that there could be a million other things you're doing, and we appreciate that you guys are spending a little bit of time. And I'm sure y'all appreciate that you are spending a little bit of time as we get into and as we get to the final stages of the laws, statutes, and commands of this guy's list. Now, this guy's list is a big mess of a list, and you know, before I get into this, let me touch on another thing that is happening here, and let me explain to folks out there that when you keep the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator, you are a target. You are a target by the adversary, and you should be a target by the adversary, because as we teach you guys and try to teach you guys the laws, statutes, and commands of the various things, the background and the back end of what is happening in our life is actually incredible, because we have lost, I don't know, today we just lost yet another cow. We're on 13 or 14 calves that we have had just stroke out, fall over, die for weird reasons. We never ever had this before. We're down to the last 4 calves that we have, and I will tell you that it is very hard to watch my boys go through this and to learn day after day what life in the middle of the jungle is like, and what, life being oppressed by Hasatan. And so that's one thing that as we get drilled, we have lost cows on days where the boys will go off and do 3 sermons, and you get not a lot of views, maybe 150 of you guys between all three different teachings, and Hasatan will rock us. He does everything possible to break this family down, to break down the structure, the morale, everything around there. And so as we're working through this tonight, a couple of us are struggling with it, and struggling with seeing all our friends die, because the Boss Clan are friends of the cows, we're friends of doggies, we're friends of anything. Frogs, even Cade likes frogs. He's friends with the frogs. He'll pick up a giant bullfrog and wave with the frog. So it is sad what goes on around here. Boys, do you guys have any input into this, Jade?
They seem fine for a moment, then the next moment they're really sick and they die very fast.
Yeah, these last couple that we've lost, they just were sitting there and they have a seizure or something, and they go stiff. And they don't have very long. And what kind of sucks, I guess, it sucks all the way, is that these guys have been with all of them mostly as they die, as they will sit there and their hearts will drop, the hearts will stop beating. And so death is a very hard thing to deal with. It's hard to deal with as an adult. It's hard to deal with in life. And these guys, all the cows are, literally, these guys will come in and they will kiss the calves. They hug the calves. These calves they've been with these calves every single morning, every single night, and during the day. And then they lose them, and it is really, really hard. But there is resolve in this family. And, Caden was talking about a buddy of mine who, he wasn't really a buddy, but he was a buddy. And we ended the relationship years and years and years ago with him owing a tremendous amount of cash and him just really going to the dark side. And he got on YouTube and he's talking about basically he changed. Everything changed. His life changed. He now is interested in the Torah and things of this nature. And, it's every single person that's out there that turns to the Torah is what Hasatan doesn't want to have happen. The last thing the Hasatan wants, and the adversary and the demons and all these people out there, these things, is that people will find their Creator and start walking the walk with the Creator. And when you start walking the walk with the Creator, Hasatan loses yet one more soul. Because once you start walking a righteous walk, you don't want to turn away from that, because you know that you're going to have blessings, and you also have curses. And that's one thing we've discussed. What are we doing that we could curse ourselves with? How are we losing these cows, and what is it? And I think I've come to the conclusion, more than anything, it's just the fact that Hasatan is always after this family, and he will take us life and limb if he possibly could. And these are the struggles of the Torah keepers. Boys, you got anything else to put into this subject?
It's not an easy walk, that's for sure.
It's not an easy walk. Do you guys feel challenged? Do anyone feel tested today?
Yeah, definitely.
All the days we lose the cows, kid. I know you're silent here. Cade's taking it the hardest. He always takes it the hardest. There's always tears that are shed for these calves, and I don't know any other way around it. We always fall in love with the animals that we tend to, and so it's rough. So as we go through these laws, statutes, and commands, I hope you guys are sharpening your swords out there as we are trying to get you guys sharpened up and fish for men to the best of the abilities that we have. And it does tax us on the back end, and it will tax you guys for being Torah keepers, just so you know, but never ever take your eye off the ball. All right, let's begin, gentlemen, and let's get on with this. It is number 551, which was a repeat from the night before. 21-23, bury him before night comes. What are we talking about?
When we hang someone for
okay,
night count.
Yep, okay. So when you hang somebody, cursed be the man who's hanging on a tree, and bury him. So we are actually starting at 552, not to let a witch live. Exodus 22:18.
It says, do not allow a practicer of witchcraft to live.
Okay, well, that eliminates a tremendous amount of people in North America. There are a tremendous amount of people who profess to be witches that, and I'm talking like the people that are not really crazy witches, because the problem is the entire world has been taken over by a bunch of warlocks and wizards and witches, and literally these people like Clintons and all of these great evil people, they're all not, if they're not already demonically possessed, I mean they're far on their way into this, but they're all witches and warlocks, and they all come from that, and you know they may not say they are, but it's all about this kind of evil. And so the thing our Creator says is don't let the witches live, and so that would be in the land that our Creator has given to us, because if you want to be a witch in North America, then I guess you know, because that's not the land. We're all talking about the land, so I guess you could permit a witch to live in North America, but you shouldn't. 553, the court must flog the wrongdoer, Deuteronomy 25:2.
And the next one's
and 3. The court must not exceed the prescribed number of lashes. And what is that number, folks?
40.
It'll go over that. All
right, hit it.
And it shall be, if the wicked is to be beaten, then the judge shall cause him to lie down and be beaten in his presence with a number of blows, according to his wickedness. 40 blows he gives him, but no more, lest he beat him with many more blows than these, and your brothers be degraded before your eyes.
Okay, that seems like a lot of lashings. I mean, this is not child's play.
That's not what you beat him with.
This is not child's play. If they were being beat, they're being beat by a device that is meant to beat you. It's not like a shoestring. We're not talking about a leather shoestring. We're talking about something that will inflict a tremendous amount of damage on you. So it just seems like a lot. It seems like 40 is a lot. I mean, it seems like you would be degraded.
It seems like that's the most. I think they have it. You can choose, but he can't. But he can't be more than 40.
So murder. What is your lashings?
Death.
Death. Yeah, you don't. They didn't have any lashings for us. So this must be up to like a certain thing, and I guess the thing, you know. So I mean, if you're stealing like a chunk of bread or something like this, I would hope that they would not beat you down or anything of the side, you know, to that degree. All right, 555. Stay away from false matters. Exodus 23:7.
It says, keep yourself far from a false matter, and do not kill the innocent and the righteous, for I do not declare the wicked right.
Yeah, more good stuff by our Creator. Don't get into garbage. Don't be with, you know, if you're dealing with people that are falsely accusing somebody of this, or they're bad people, their souls are gone, and they should, you know, in the real kingdom to come, they'll be kicked out far away. Okay, 556. Do not punish a woman if she was violated. Deuteronomy 22:26.
It says, but you shall do no matter to the girl. The girl has no sin worthy of death. For the matter is like a man who rises against his neighbor and kills him.
Okay, so I guess do not punish a woman for anything of that sort. 557. The judge must not pity the murderer or assaulter at the trial. And this is a repeat again. Deuteronomy 19:13.
It says, your eye shall not pardon him, but you shall purge the blood of the innocent from Israel, so that it might be well with you.
Yeah, these guys cannot find the commandments, so they just added stuff in here.
I'll read the same one again. So.
Yeah, 19:15 is a couple of down here. So let's 19:15 first. Leviticus 19:15. The judge must not have mercy on the poor man at the trial, and also the judge must not respect the great man at the trial. And also 561, the judge must not pervert justice.
Well.
And 563, Judge righteously.
It was probably the worst repeats he had. He's had like
They're just throwing them in.
repeats,
At this point, it's not even a list.
He got real
couldn't find
lazy
any
and
more
started
commands.
copy and pasting crap.
Yeah, but I mean, this list is out there. I don't know how this fella felt so badly. Okay, hit this.
Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. You shall not respect the person of the poor. You nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor.
So he just made like 5 commands off that. I mean, it's just don't.
Judge rightly.
Yeah, judge rightly for real.
It doesn't matter if they're poor, it doesn't matter if they're rich. You judge them by what the matter is.
Right, and so 560 is don't pervert the judgment of the poor. Exodus 23:6.
Do not turn aside the right ruling of the poor in his strife.
Okay, and then we have Deuteronomy 24:17, which is the judge must not prevent a
Pervert
case.
justice.
It's prevent.
What is
Yeah,
that?
pervert. I can't even read. Not pervert a case involving a convict or an orphan. Again,
It says, do not twist the right ruling of a stranger or of the fatherless, nor take the garment of a widow.
I'm just like, that almost looks like an end. All right. Or I'm just illiterate. 563, judge righteously. Repeat, which is Leviticus 19:15. Again, don't pervert judgment. Hit it, and that's Leviticus 19:15. We hit that already. Don't pervert judgment of fear. Deuteronomy 1:17.
It says, do not show partiality in right ruling. Hear the small as well as the great. Do not be afraid of anyone's face, for the right ruling belongs to Elohim, and the case which is too hard for you, bring to me, and I shall hear it.
Yeah, I feel like we read this one last night. I feel like it's also a repeat.
Yeah, this is in and harsh here. Judges must not accept bribes. Exodus 23:8.
And do not take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the seeing one and twists the words of the righteous.
Dude, I wish the North American judges lived like this. Don't be unrighteous. Don't be an unrighteous witness. Exodus 23:1.
Do not bring a false report. Do not put your hand with the wicked and to be a malicious witness.
Okay, 567. Not to curse the ruler of the people, and it's also the same for 568, which is a repeat. So Exodus 22:28 is.
Do not revile Elohim, nor curse a ruler of your people.
Of your people or the people?
Of your people.
Huh. Okay. So don't curse the king, I suppose. Repeat on that. 569. Not to curse a deaf person. Leviticus 19:14.
It says, you shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind.
And we did that
but
one.
shall fear your Elohim. I am Yahuwah.
Yep.
I took one commandment
Let's really
too.
smoke this list. Anyone who knows evidence, anyone who knows evidence must testify at a trial. Leviticus 5:1.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Yeah, this is a big one here because a couple years ago we had a Christian group, like 100 different Christians, and they all were involved in this child trafficking setup, where a child was involved, and everybody in the church knew about this, and one of the guys, the offenders, ended up dead. Everyone in this church blamed this kid. Everybody. Now for 2 years or years, I mean, it's been a long time. They have had this kid in jail, and I went to our entire family. We battled this entire Christian group, literally like 100 of these very evil Christian people, and they all, the guy that died was part of their religious leadership group, and he was a child molester, and everybody knew. Everybody knew, and then the dude ended up dead, and they blamed the kid who he'd been molesting. This kid had a double jeopardy. The kid's innocent. Kid's completely innocent.
And
so,
knowing he was a person against children, knowing he was evil like that, they still let him be a leader in the church. They did not kick him out. They let him stick around.
Yeah, they knew, and they did this YouTube video, and they posted it all on YouTube, and we downloaded it, and we battled these guys to the point. Cops raided our house as we took on a bunch of crazy Freemasons and a bunch of evil people that are trafficking children. So this is the world we live into, and every one of these people that are in there, they're absolutely going to have to make sure that anyone who knows evidence must testify at a trial. And all these guys knew it. Nobody ever came forward, and so it was basically the gringos versus the indigents. And this kid that got molested was an indigent. It was really, really sad. Okay, 571. Carefully interrogate the witness. Deuteronomy 13:14.
Then you shall inquire, search out, and ask diligently, and see if the matter is true, and establish that this abomination was done in your midst.
Yes. And 572, a witness must not serve as a judge in capital crimes. Numbers 35:30.
Whoso kills any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of a witness. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die.
So, a witness must not serve as a judge in capital crimes. Does it say that?
It says one.
You wouldn't be a judge.
It says it can't be only one witness. Basically,
it should be more like you cannot kill him based on one witness.
Yeah, so if it's a capital crime, you need a witness must not serve as a judge. It doesn't say that. Eli, fix that up, please.
Must have 2 witnesses or something.
Yeah, that is definitely not it. 573, not to accept testimony from a lone witness, Deuteronomy 19:15.
I think we've gone over this.
19.
I think we've gone over it a few times.
Real quick second.
I feel like this one 15 times.
15.
Yeah.
It says, one witness does not rise up against a man concerning any wickedness or any sin that he commits. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or the mouth of 3 witnesses, a matter is established.
Okay, so yeah, don't accept testimony from a lone witness. And that would be a great world if we did even have that, because that is not how the world works right now. 574, not to be an unrighteous witness. And so that's a repeat from Exodus 23:1. Who has that?
Do not bring a false report. Do not put your hand with the wicked to be a malicious witness.
Okay, children cannot be punished for the parents' sins. Deuteronomy 24:16. You guys are lucky. Boy, oh boy, you guys lucky.
Fathers are not put to death for their children, and children are not put to death for their fathers. Each is to die for his own sin.
Oh, I guess I'm lucky. Okay, yeah, so that's it. There you go. Don't hold who's accountable. But at the end of the day, it is the parents' job to not let the kids run amok. And so there's a good thing to be said for spanking sticks. Right, everyone?
Yes.
That's right. All right. Kids are trained well. All right, where are we at?
See,
Children cannot punish your parents. Not to testify falsely.
You do not bear false witness against your neighbor.
Yeah, or neighbor or the molested child that the Christian group all allowed to be molested. Yeah, don't do that. 577. Do to the false witness what he tried to do to the defendant. Boy, if this world was really truly just, this would be it. All these people would just be taken out for this.
Then you shall do to him as he thought to have done to his brother. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst.
Yep, they never ever thought Boss Clan would come for the indigent kid, and that's where they were mistaken. 578. If a false witness is found, he shall be punished. Deuteronomy 17:11. Man, I wish I lived in the land.
Do according to the Torah in which they teach, according to the right ruling which they say to you. You do not turn to the right or the left from the word which they may declare to you.
But at the same time, if I lived in the land, they actually don't keep these commands there anyway. They all do abortions and crazy stuff over there. Okay, 580. If a person says to follow other gods, you shall put him to death. Deuteronomy 13:1.
It says, when there arises among you a Nabite or a dreamer of dreams, and he shall give you a sign or wonder. And the sign or the wonder shall come true, of which he has spoken to you, saying, let us go after other mighty ones, which you have not known, and serve them. Do not listen to these words that Nabite or dreamer of dreams, for Yahuwah your Elohim is trying to know whether you love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being. Walk after Yahuwah and guard his commands, and obey his voice, and serve him. And that Nabite or that dreamer of dreams is put to death, because he has spoken apostasy against Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to make you stray from the way in which Yahuwah your Elohim commanded you to walk. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst.
Okay, so that is it. We are making it through this list. Can you imagine if that command was in like, just say North America, right? If that
Anybody
really,
said
anything went against Yah.
anything that didn't come true in prophecy, I would probably just go take that person out.
Yeah, you know, America was never founded on like real like Christianity or anything. I mean, anybody looks into the startup of it, it didn't. You know, you got to realize that George Washington was a Freemason, and the entire country was based upon something that you have no idea what it was. Everybody thought it was one nation under God, but it was actually far something else. It wasn't our Yah. It wasn't our God, Elohim. It was their God, and if you want to know who their God is, it's on the back of the $1 bill, and it has this eye, and it's the all-seeing eye of Satan. It's their blind shepherd. It's the one they're waiting for, and you know, it's a crazy world that we're living into right now. And this is why, if you guys are embraced and you guys are entrenched in the Torah, that you guys will have a much better shot at surviving the world that is coming. And I think that's pretty much it. You guys are really quiet tonight. Broken?
A little bit, yeah. It's a little. It was a rough ending to the day.
Yeah, it was a rough ending. It happened right at the very end of the day.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 o'clock. So.
And Okay, well, that is it. Boss Clan is broken. We are dealing with sadness. We will get over it. We will never stop doing what we are doing. And in fact, we might pick it up. We might actually run other things. And, you know, I'm just looking over at my dog, Hannah, and she has her tongue sticking out. I thought it was the funniest thing. So, anyway, you'd have to see it. Much love to everybody out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for joining us on all of this. And we hope you guys are blessed. We hope you guys have a wonderful night. And we are out.
Shalom.
And now we're out.